right, everybody, on tonight's episode of Top 5, we got a good one. We're doing our top 5 favorite bands or artists that are not hard rock or heavy metal.
Welcome to Top 5 with Joey Cassata. Starring Joey Cassata.
Team Jesus, my friend.
Am I walking around, Park?
Co-starring Ernie Palooza. And the Doctor, Tommy Snyder.
Goddamn.
Now here's your host, Joey Cassata.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Top 5. I'm your host, Joey Cassata.
And I'm Kenny Rogers.
Do you know when to hold them?
Sometimes you gotta fight when you grow up with Tommy.
And the man by many names, the myth, the legend. We're going to go with his most popular, newest name, the monster, Tom Snyder.
The monster of the county.
Seems like that's like a Stephen King movie right there, right?
Unrehearsed between me and Ernie too. I came prepared though. I knew he was going. I had numerous ways to go with that one.
Oh, we got a lot of great mail this last week. Listen, obviously our topics are always fun. We love doing pop culture. We love reminiscing and stuff like that. But the banter and the stories and the stuff between all of us, and we had Billy and Steve on last week, that's what people seem to be gravitating towards the most. They loved all of the Ernie stories last week. Ernie, I sent you a couple emails this week of people loving all the Ernie stories. We told some great ones. Again, I want to revisit that. I want to do top 5 stories of each of us. I'm very curious to see how much editing I'll have to do.
It's funny. The same thing that's causing people to gravitate towards us is what caused me to move to Pennsylvania as far away as possible. It's just weird. I don't.
Well, since last episode, we all were quarantined with at least a couple of our members of our family with COVID. Or Ernie had COVID. Billy had COVID. How's everyone doing?
I'm still coughing, but I'm coming along. Thank you for asking.
How's the family?
Hey, how's the family?
How's the family?
Doc, what's going on over there?
Bobbing and weaving. Still on the lam. We're all over it except for one person. So.
Yeah, crazy. Same thing here. Only my daughter got it. We all escaped the deadly virus, so we didn't get it either. So, yeah, we're still in quarantine, but let's start this new year the right way. We were gonna do a New Year's episode and kind of resolutions on. Let's stick with stuff we love. Now this was a weird topic tonight, so this was originally Ernie's idea. How'd you come up with this one, Ern?
Well, the Doctor last week mentioned the band Squeeze, which is one of my favorites as far as greatest hits goes, and I just thought this might be a good idea. And I texted it to Mr. Cassata.
I love the idea. We were talking before off air before I forgot to hit record that I got to tell you, even showering.
By the way, we've been doing this for 3 hours now.
That's definitely what he would do. Ernie, if Tommy was in charge of recording these, he would get us on for the first hour. Oh, oops, I forgot to hit record.
First hour. How about the first 25 sessions?
But for me, even especially when I'm showering and I want to sing and stuff like that, I'm never putting on hard rock. I'm always putting on pop stuff and singer-songwriter stuff. That's just the stuff I gravitate towards. What about you guys?
Oh, absolutely. Always pop music whenever you're showering.
Give me an example, Ern. Pretend you're showering right now. What are you singing?
Billie Jean, not my love.
Why are your arms up here? What are you doing? Is it what's going on? Do you dance in the shower too?
Billie Jean's not a monkey. What is that? What is that?
What about you, Doctor?
I listen to pop music when I'm taking a shit. No, it's not in my wheelhouse. Like we said, we took Billy Joel and the Beatles off. I listened to them a lot. They're two of my favorite bands. So the bands I went to, not really well, one is actually one of my favorite bands, but they're greatest hits albums that I went out and bought because I just loved them. You know, the songs and the compilations. So I'm not big on their complete body of work. That's the best I could do was greatest hits.
Yeah, but I first of all, that's a great topic for a future episode. Top 5 greatest hits albums of all time. But I think that's okay. I mean, I know Ernie especially would frown upon this, but a greatest hits record that has 35 of your favorite songs of an artist, there's no reason why that can't be still one of your favorite artists. 35 songs of any one artist that you listen to constantly. Like they didn't make my list because I consider them rock. I'm a big Journey fan, but I'm always putting on Journey's greatest hits. I think it has from every single song on that record is incredible. But I'm not putting on a lot of Journey albums.
Yeah, when you put it that way, when you look at like 8 to 9 songs per album, roundabout,
right?
And then you come out with 25 songs. It's few albums.
Yeah, some artists, there are only 2 or 3 albums for the whole artist that we love sometimes, right?
Right. Yeah, true.
Ernie, what do you got to say about that? I know you hate greatest hits.
Yeah, because everybody knows them. That's no fun.
See, but that's how Ernie is. Ernie's the type of guy would never ever show you a popular song. He wants to show you the deep track that nobody else knows.
One just came to me just now.
Oh, he's changing his list.
And I'm changing it twice.
So, Ernie, we do have a couple Ernie rules tonight. Lay them down. What do you got?
Well, the monster just mentioned 2 of them. No Billy Joel, and no the Beatles, and no Prince.
And the reason why all 3 of us know we all have those 3 artists. Why are we going to bother doing that? Take each other's picks. So those 3 are top 3 picks, or whatever. And then, we'll go from there. We're going to eliminate those to make it more fun. Right? All right, Doc. Before we start, we got to play the infamous, the world-renowned Monster. What are you drinking tonight?
I went out and bought this ridiculous bottle just for you, Your Honor.
What? No, you did not. What the hell is that?
Bourbon flavored coffee. Well, coffee flavored bourbon.
Read the name of it for the people who are not watching, they're just listening.
Devil's River.
All right. Well, this has to be a commercial throughout the show, obviously. Please do a quick sponsorship for Devil's River right now, Doctor, please.
Devil's River, it is the type of drink that makes everyone go away.
Devil's River. Only you can find that. Devil's Springs.
It keeps people away.
Just so you know, for Christmas and / your birthday, I tried to send you a bottle of Devil Springs.
Is it around?
Yes, I can get it. I can't ship it to Pennsylvania. They won't let me ship it.
Let me get. Does it come from Devil's River?
Where is Devil's River located? Is that your backyard?
Know. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. San Antonio, Texas.
Ooh. Ernie, what are you drinking tonight? What do you got?
Well, not yet, but tonight, some of this.
Oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. If I take a shot of that, I could take 10 shots of Devil Springs or Devil's River or Beelzebub's bourbon, whatever the hell you want to call it. That stuff, NyQuil, will kill me. I take NyQuil, I am hurting so bad the next day. I'm out cold, and then the whole next day I feel like garbage. Ernie, take the NyQuil now. I want to see you start fading off by the end of this episode.
He'll be speaking in slow motion by the time we get to the end.
Oh, Ernie, do a NyQuil commercial.
Number one.
You ever see when Will Ferrell gets hit in the neck by the
Yes.
by the
One of my
dart?
favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes of all time.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Wait. Ernie, come on. Take 2 shots of that NyQuil right now.
I'll
Come on,
move
pretend it's the Hamptons. Let's go.
And it's the red one, too. He was going to wind up calling Billy. Billy, I'm bleeding.
NyQuil. The cheap version.
NyQuil.
Right, do the commercial, Ernie. You got to put your hand over the front of it.
Simply the best. And it's new from
Yeah,
NyQuil.
There you go, Ernie.
All right, let's start this. What do you got, Ernie? What are you going to say?
I don't know. I forgot already.
Let's start this up, Doctor. What do you got? Number 5. Your number 5 favorite band or artist that isn't hard rock or heavy metal.
Huey Lewis in the News.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Need I say more? Grew up with it on MTV when I was a little kid. That album. I don't even remember the name of the album because I have the greatest hit.
Sports is incredible.
Yeah, and that occupied, MTV's the videos, like 3 or 4 hits on that. Played every 2 minutes it was on. Had it like drilled into my head. I just love Huey Lewis. Great sound. Fun band. A lot of great songs on that they have.
One of my first loves is that one of the first albums I ever liked before I even knew about that many albums. What a great album.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Fantastic band. It's one of those bands that every song you put on, you're like, whoa, another great song. Holy cow, another great song. Yeah.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Did you know he sued Ghostbusters, the song?
Why? What does it sound like?
I Want a New Drug.
Really? Did he win?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Wow.
He's also really good at karaoke.
Oh,
He is?
Huey Lewis to me.
Huey Lewis.
Oh.
Is this true?
Well, according to Seinfeld, I don't
Oh. Great pick. Is that the one you forgot about that you just jotted down or no?
Yes.
Ooh.
Don't ask me.
What made you
Slip in
remember?
I have no idea. No clue.
Interesting.
No clue.
All right, Ern. What do you got? Number 5.
All right. My number 5 choice for bands that really weren't rock is Kiss.
I'm gonna slap you right in your face, Ernie. Ernie!
By the way, he did have a fat face the other day.
Oh, Ernie sent us a picture. Ernie, what did you eat? You don't know what was in it?
No, that picture was an hour afterwards. So I wish I would have thought when I was at the worst.
You got to immediately start videoing, Ernie. Come on, you're a public figure now. Your fans want to see you blow up.
What, literally?
Yes. So a quick story. So Ernie is allergic to all dairy products. Yes, you heard me right. He's allergic to all dairy products. And he sent us a picture the other day when his face exploded. But you're saying a couple hours late after the real effect.
Yeah, I was getting better at that time.
And what did you order, Ernie?
Let's see. It was lamb shank over orzo. It was like what is the word? A marsala sauce.
Yeah, there's no butter in that.
Yeah, I think it's
I
made.
make masala sauce. There's no butter in that.
Yeah, sure. Did you happen to tell the diner or whoever you ordered it from, if there's any dairy in this, I will die?
Hold the butter.
Make the order. My wife did.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense now.
Stop
Yeah.
the butter.
Hello?
Stop the butter.
Yeah. Can you send over the lamb shanks with the marsala sauce? Extra butter. Extra butter, yeah. Ernie's been trapped and quarantined with his poor wife for 2 weeks. Well, we'll trade wife for presents. Whoa. Ernie, she will kill you if she sees that shirt.
My Christmas shirt.
Disgusting. Your poor wife. She's trapped with you. All of you have COVID except her, and she's trapped. No wonder why she ordered the marsala with extra butter.
She's got a shirt that reads, "We'll trade family for husband and kids."
We'll trade family for a bottle of wine. All right, Aaron, what do you got? Stop messing around, Kiss.
All right, make some enemies here. My number 5 is Eminem.
Oh Lord.
I knew
No
it.
problem here.
We're running out of time already, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end this one early. Eminem. Go ahead.
I don't know. Well, what can I say about Eminem? I mean, we all know how great he is. We all love him. All 3 of us.
Ugh.
No joke.
Can't stand anything he does. Ernie has trapped me in the Hamptons bathroom many a night. I'm not sure why in the bathroom, but he used to trap me in the bathroom and try to force me to listen to Eminem and explain to me what he's talking about. The one genre of music I could just never get into was rap. I don't feel it. Melody is everything to me in music, and rap has none of it.
I knew you'd like it.
I agree. I mean, I agree with your synopsis of rap, but I do like Eminem a lot. Very angry. It's good.
Oh, that absolutely. The angry stuff is the best.
Yep. What's that song when he starts singing about his daughter? Well, he's singing to his wife about his daughter.
Oh, Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a good one.
Absolute favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, he's beating her or something?
He's murdering her.
Oh. Okay.
By the time the song's over.
These are not
Ernie,
real.
With that shirt and your description of the song. Real good.
There's a part 2 of that song where he's with his daughter, and the daughter's 40 years old, and he's getting rid of the wife's body, but he's wording it in a way so the daughter doesn't realize what's going on. It's kind of like the movie Life is Beautiful almost.
Ooh.
You know, he's saying like, mommy wants to show you how far she can float. You know, you can tell he's getting rid of the body, but he's trying to.
He couldn't leave his daughter at home.
Yeah, I don't want to hear stories when I'm listening to music. I want to hear melodies.
Obviously, you listen to Kiss.
Hello, you don't think "Let's Put the X in Sex" is a good story?
That's a great story. Don't know how that one ends up.
No, I just don't want to hear. I just don't want to hear this big, poem story. I want to sing along and have melody, and it's just too much.
Well, if you from that argument standpoint, then I see where you're coming from. You got to be open to a whole nother to be brought into his world, really.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on.
Good pick.
I don't like it.
Wait, I'm not complimenting. I'm not going to compliment him anymore because he's going to slam me for half an hour from now.
All right, my first pick. So this is someone that I really got into recently, which he's not that new, but I got into very recently. And I always say I'm not really ever into new music and newer stuff, but I always find some older stuff that I wind up, getting into, and it feels new to me. And my first pick is Zac Brown. Tremendous, so good. Every song that our friend Billy got me into him.
That's what I thought.
And he was so right. Every song you put on, it's not one of those guys that you just put the greatest hits on. Every song that I put on is my next favorite song. Every song, it's incredible. And it's like listening to a brand, because I really didn't know anything about Zac Brown. And everything that I hear by him, and it's the Zac Brown band, so it is, technically a band. Everything that I hear, I absolutely love. Every time I put a new song on, I add it to the playlist on my Spotify playlist, and just incredible. Every song, he's technically a country artist, but it's pop sensibilities, it's singer-songwriter stuff. every song is you sing along to and feel good. And obviously there's the country heartbreak stuff into it, but so great. You guys know him at all?
Nope.
Tom, you would
I don't know how a guy-
absolutely
I don't know how
you
a
would
guy-
love,
Billy-
love him.
Billy brought this up on one of the podcasts in the past that he was on.
Yeah.
And I still haven't heard, besides him mentioning it that one time. I'd like to believe I don't live in a bubble, but I still, why is this guy, if he's that great, why is he so under the radar?
But you know what? I thought the same thing, but now that I'm a fan, he's not. He's one of the biggest artists in the whole world. I mean, his album sales and his popularity, he's one of the biggest selling artists in the world right now, touring, selling, anything. I just didn't know about him. It was just never hit my radar.
Wow. I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. I didn't know.
Nah, Doctor, you would love him. I'll send you like 3 or 4 songs, and I'm telling you, you'll love it.
All right. Absolutely.
All right, back to you, Doc. What do you got? Number 4.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
No greatest hits for him. I love his whole work of art. I find myself on YouTube watching his performances. Everything about him. The story behind him. Everything is interesting about him, with the politics, with Kennedy, the mob, then the music. Even though he didn't write his own music and stuff, probably one of the best frontmen of all time, considering, if you want to call him a frontman, even though he's the main guy. But I could watch him all night on stage and listen to him, of course. But watching him on stage is just a whole nother experience. It's fantastic.
Yeah, great pick. As much as I love Frank Sinatra, I don't know enough about his catalog to put him in my top 5. Everything that I know about him, I love, but he would fall into one of those categories, like we said earlier. I mostly would know his greatest hits.
Oh, okay.
Yep, but only because I haven't given the other stuff a chance. I've never tried to put other stuff on. That's the only reason why I think.
Well, with the songs that have you ever Googled it and watched him sing it live?
Yeah, I've definitely seen clips of him singing live, but I don't know if I've Googled, and I don't know enough about him.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear him and to also watch him is it's something special.
Yeah,
Great actor too.
tremendous.
That's right. I don't think he earned the. He was given the role, wasn't he?
He's like Elvis.
Well, he was.
But Elvis was not a good actor. Sinatra is a really good actor.
Like Eddie Murphy said, who cares? Just make Elvis sing the dialogue. Elvis, we got to win this race, Elvis. We got to win this race.
Lemonade. A cool, refreshing drink.
It's so good. All right,
He was
Ernie.
also in The Godfather. Wait, he was Johnny Fontana in The Godfather, and in the movies From Here to Eternity.
Right, that's all based on him.
Right, that was based on him getting the part, not on great acting.
You mentioned From Here to Eternity. It's one of my favorite movies.
It's awesome.
Again, I don't know it.
I also like
What are
them
you drinking?
Oh, I still got my Basil Hayden from last week.
Huh.
It's no Devil's River.
Piece of Bub's bourbon.
Beelzebub's bourbon.
No, I never pushed From Here to Eternity on you.
No,
How about The Manchurian Candidate?
that of course I've seen. Love it.
That's
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I don't really even know Elvis's movies, but yes, Sinatra can act. What I've seen of Elvis, not so much. But Elvis was a cool son of a bitch.
That is true.
Yeah, pissed off a lot of black people that he stole the persona from.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's the record company's fault. What's he supposed to do? No, sir. I don't want to do it. Come on.
No, I honestly believe that he was, he grew up down south around black people, listened to black music, and you can't blame someone for taking on that persona.
Yeah,
But
that's not his fault. That's the time
no,
and
I
the record
agree.
labels at the time. Awful.
Right. Agreed.
All right, Ernie. Number 4. What do you got?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I don't know. Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. I'm putting it all as one thing here, but
You can't. Okay.
off the
Yeah,
wall, Thriller
put it all
album, bad album. It's all good. It's all great. Like practically every song.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well just double up on you. That's my next pick too, Michael Jackson. I would agree. We put them together, even though the artists are completely different. But if I have to choose, I'm going to go Michael Jackson solo. But I love both so much. They're so freaking good. Oh my God! All the Michael Jackson, the 3 albums you just said, Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Oh my God! Every single song on those records are incredible. All the early Jackson 5 stuff, incredible. I don't love all of the later Michael Jackson stuff, but there's still a lot of good songs and good material on that. But that block of music that we just talked about, those 3 albums and some of the Jackson 5 stuff, absolutely incredible. Is he a monster? Not a monster like you, Tom, but he's a different kind of monster.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, not to take anything away from his talent, obviously, but considering Billie Jean is one of my favorite songs of all time, and I think I was 10 years old when I had Off the Wall album. I don't even know how I got it, but I killed that album to death.
Oh, it's cool.
But I was never, when I got older, I mean, past 10, 12, 13, I never put on a Michael Jackson album.
Really? Oh my! I put on Thriller. I got to tell you, I put on Thriller maybe once a month at least.
No, it wasn't for me. I was more. I don't know. I don't even know what I was, but I was just more, I guess, doom and gloom or.
Well,
too poppy for me. It was just too poppy.
It might be time for a commercial break.
It's too poppy for me.
Yeah, and
I'm not taking anything away from him, of course.
And listen, I totally get that, but that's the exact reason why I love it. I am so into pop, and he's referred to as the king of pop, and I agree. He's the one song great.
The one song that Eddie wrote on "Eat It, Get Yourself an Egg and Beat It." I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I think that's Weird Al, Tom.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which I have a feeling might be Ernie's number 1 pick.
yeah. Number 1.
I didn't think of him.
No, great, Ernie. Great pick again. Like I said, that's my next pick too.
Understandable.
So we're all the way back around to you, Tom, because I was going Michael Jackson with my number 4. So we're up to your number 3, Tom.
Squeeze.
Uh-oh.
No, my number 3.
Your number 3.
Yes, Squeeze.
Now that's a band. I mean, I obviously I want you to elaborate. That's a band I don't know enough about. I know the greatest hits, and I really like the greatest hits. I don't know anything else.
You're in the same boat I am.
Yeah.
The greatest hits album is so great that you really don't care where they came from. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. And you'd be surprised out there how many people you have to actually sing a song to them for them to, Tempted by the Fruit of Another. Oh, most people know that one, but
that song is,
a lot of people.
I know that's the big one, but it's incredible, that song. It really is.
It's just amazing how a lot of people are not aware of that. Were you aware of that in the Hamptons when me and Ernie had the Squeeze album? Or did you know before?
Yeah, Hamptons? I knew. Yeah, I have. What is it? Singles? What the hell's the name of that?
The name of the greatest hits album, the Singles.
Singles. Yeah, I had that vinyl as a kid. I loved it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How'd you get that one?
I don't know. Maybe either my brother. I just knew. Obviously, I knew that song. I probably bought it. I love that record.
Would you have the CDs delivered across the street to an unknown mailbox?
Whoa! If you're talking about Columbia House, I never personally did that, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard rumors that even when I lived in the city, that someone in the building was ordering the 12 CDs for a penny and putting everyone's name on, and I would someone else was getting these CDs and catching the mailman before he would leave them in their mailbox and it was anyway. But yes, no, that I did get that on CD that way. Yes, but I had the vinyl early on.
Oh, you did? Okay.
My whole CD collection
acquired.
was Columbia House. The whole thing.
You acquired.
I mean, listen, CDs.
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Listen, it's research. I'm a musician. I can't. $15 a CD. I'm a working musician. I can't even afford a hot dog. I got to figure out a way to get this music. It's research.
That's right. Agreed.
I don't know how the hell Columbia House ever stayed in business. I got to assume everyone that I knew did this.
I don't
You
think
guys do this?
No.
Liars.
Well,
No one's going to catch you now.
I'll tell you what we do. It's double negative. You know the company Wayfair?
Yes.
It's hysterical. Now
Wait,
we stumbled across this.
I like this.
Okay.
I want some tips.
My sisters, one of my sisters, ordered the patio furniture, like a big, like 2 chairs, tables, couch. Called them up and said it was damaged because it was. All right, keep it. We'll send you another one.
Whoa. Really?
So my other sister ordered the same furniture and it came damaged. You can't even see the damage. Keep it. We'll send you another one. I'm like,
so now the whole family. So hold on. I see a lot of bookshelves behind you, Tom. What's going on? Wayfair?
Let's put it this way. It was a COVID Wayfair Christmas.
Oh, just so you know, I eat up scams like that. I love stuff like that. You know that.
I don't know how they stay in business. It's hysterical.
I mean, not that Costco's like that, but Costco is outstanding as well. My brother-in-law, his mother-in-law. So again, a little bit removed, but they bought a barbecue from Costco. I don't know, 7-8 years ago. And barbecues get destroyed. They're out all winter. They're greased up, destroyed.
Absolutely.
They don't last that long. She made him bring it back to Costco because it was rusting the top. 7 years. They took it back, gave him credit, got a new barbecue.
Can I bring back my mother-in-law?
But no, because they'll give you another mother-in-law.
She's been living with me for 7 years. Little rusted.
Hold on, it's time for a commercial break.
Liz is here.
Devil's River. Liz, are you there?
This is my sister Liz, and this is Devil's River.
Hello, how are you?
Say hello to everybody. How are you?
Good.
She beat COVID, and this is beating me.
Liz, are you stuck with him again tonight?
Yes, I am.
How do you still do it?
Here's the best. Here's the best thing. You ready?
A lot of alcohol.
Yes.
Here's the best thing. CDC came out with, like, I'm not going home for 10 days. Right?
Right.
So Smith calls me up and goes, you can come home now. CDC said it's 5 days. I said, no, I'm going to wait it out. And
I'm
just
all
make
right.
Sure. I'm okay here.
My lamp went on.
I just got a new bottle of Devil's River. I'm all right. All right, Squeeze. Great pick. Ernie, number 3. What do you got?
My number 3. Johnny Cash.
I knew it.
Wow, I forgot about him.
I knew it.
I didn't know if I could do it.
My kids
I
are
knew
not
it.
getting me into Johnny Cash, but of course I knew a lot of Johnny Cash, but my kids are so deep into it now. It's like getting songs that weren't even hits. I know now, and it's all great. It's all great stuff.
What are you playing? The album Black to them?
No, they
It's a little dark.
Johnny Cash songs I never even heard before.
Really?
They're
Ernie was always at the Johnny Cash.
They're going in deep.
I like
Wow.
that.
Impressive.
This is a great episode because again, I know nothing about Johnny Cash at all. Almost nothing.
I just know from the movie.
Yeah, me
And
too.
already playing the songs, but it was good. It was good stuff.
Good movie.
What song did Ernie? What song did you use to trick them into liking Johnny Cash?
I think
I Walk the Line.
no, they're like 25 minutes to go. They love stuff like that. You know, the evil stuff.
What genre would you put Johnny Cash in? He's not country, right?
Folk.
Yeah, he's country, I guess, but
Religious, like choke, like
he floats through folk.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good one. He's definitely not country.
Well, he comes from country, though. I mean, that's where you would find his music if you went to a record store.
Right.
There is such a thing anymore.
But he's more church. What would you call it? Church, gospel, folk,
Sure, he's
along those lines too.
all that
That's
stuff.
a good one. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah, good one. Again, I wish I had more to say. I don't know enough about him to talk intelligently about it. So, tell me more about Johnny Cash. Is he alive?
There you
No.
go.
Died only.
Duh.
Yeah, you know, Tommy mentioned I Walk the Line, but there's a lot of good songs. I would try 25 minutes to go is a really fun song. He's on death row and he's got 25 minutes before he's gonna get hung. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's nice. I thought it was bad watching The Exorcist with my kids. That's
And nice happy songs for the kids. Kids, gather around. Christmas
Same-
music.
Get around the campfire, kids. I got a scary tale to tell you. This
25
song's about a
minutes.
guy. This guy kills his wife in 25 minutes and has got to throw her in a lake and watch her float away.
They showed me the song. I didn't show them the song.
They showed you the song, really?
Yeah, my kids they get deep into Johnny Cash thing.
There's no way Deirdre's into Johnny Cash.
No, it's not Deirdre, it's the others.
Deirdre is pop all the way, isn't she?
Yeah.
And the other two are the opposite. I could see the other two.
Robbing a bank.
Yeah, I could see the other two robbing the bank. Deirdre will
Yeah.
be skipping by in a ballerina outfit.
Yeah, as they drive by, 25 minutes, we'll be playing. We got to get out of here.
But maybe a year or so ago, we tried Dungeons and Dragons. We tried that one night.
Yes.
The two Deirdre's always trying to make friends with the orcs after the others already started attacking them. Deirdre, you can't roll to make friends with somebody that you just put a sword in his arm.
You know what? I ordered Heroes Quest. I have 2 full sets of Heroes Quest. They were going for $400 a pop.
So you have it? You have a full complete set?
2.
Wow.
And I'm gonna this winter. We're waiting for a snowstorm. I'm gonna play with the kids because I think Heroes Quest is a good introduction before Dungeons and Dragons because you can be done with it in a night.
Well,
you know.
I don't know about a night. That's a long
Well,
night.
also Devil Springs took a little longer.
We used to cheat after Dennis left, right?
It's called laboring.
All right. We're up to my number 3. I'm definitely stealing this one from someone. I'm assuming Tommy. So Tommy definitely is credited with getting me into this guy.
I know who it is.
Another
I have
another
no clue.
country artist.
Ozzy.
Oh God! Please don't mention. Why do we have to mention his name every episode? God.
Ozzy.
The GBs.
No, Mr. Garth Brooks.
I was gonna go there.
Yeah, I mean, again, someone that would have never been on my radar. Tom, when did you start getting me into him? Trips to Canada? I think so.
God.
It was long road trips because that's when that's when we started listening to it. I know we got the greatest hits.
I know it was really bad in Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, so I mean, it could have been. Were we driving to
But
Fort
in Canada, we
Lauderdale?
were listening to it in Canada.
Did we drive to Fort Lauderdale or we fly? I don't remember.
No, we flew. We flew.
We did?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it was because of the long road trips. You got me heavily into him. We would listen to a lot, obviously. And that's not even on the greatest hits. That's an album we got later. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
but that greatest hits I will put up against any greatest hits by any artist ever.
it's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
I guess Ernie doesn't agree. He almost died right then.
No, that's the COVID talking. I agree.
Such an amazing, great. I mean, I think the first song you introduced me to was "Mama Loves Papa," right? Or Pop? No, is it Papa Loves Mama? What's the name of the song?
Papa
Loves. Yeah.
loves Mama, but
And
Mama loves men.
Right.
Mama.
And Mama Loves Men. Right. Mama's in the graveyard. Papa's in the pen.
Papa's in the pen. Right.
Such a great song. And he's one of those guys too. I don't know if you've. I've never seen him live in person, but I've watched concerts and stuff like that. Like his, I think it's the Central Park concert. He is incredible live. Incredible. The energy, the band, insane.
At the time, he was the greatest, the biggest performer in the world.
He still might be. Still close.
He still might be. He doesn't do it as much, but yeah, he might.
Yep.
But yeah, he was amazing. That was my first country crossover. I always like Kenny Rogers hits. You can't knock that one. And but that was the first artist, and I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because it was hillbilly rock. He was like the first hillbilly rock to cross over and mix that rock and roll beat with country.
I don't know for sure if that's true, but I definitely, for me, I agree. Obviously, growing up, I liked Kenny Rogers and Linda Ronstadt, and I liked that stuff. I was never against all that. I really liked that stuff, but Garth Brooks was the first one that I really, and another one that's on my honorable mention, Shania Twain. Those two, to me, are the first ones that really made country and pop kind of start to cross over. And I even love, and I know now people consider it a joke album. Do you remember the album he did like under a pseudo name, Chris Gaines?
I don't remember that.
Garth Brooks released a pop rock album under a different persona, Chris Gaines. He wore a wig. He had black eyeliner. I'll post I think it's a fantastic record. It got shit on by the public. People hate it. I think it's phenomenal.
I got to take note of that.
Chris Gaines, look it up. You'll love it.
But one thing, because I've been really into Linda Ronstadt for a long time. She wasn't only country.
Yeah, but growing up,
pop. She also did pop.
I guess so.
She did opera. She did all genres. She was a jack of all trades. That's why she's so amazing as a vocalist.
But growing up, the Dolly Partons and the Kenny Rogers and all that was so country.
Willie Nelson.
Right. It was so left field from where rock was. They were never crossing over. Where this stuff really started crossing over.
But country was always more popular in this country than rock and roll, and we never knew that. And
it still is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now, with Taylor Swift and all these other artists, they're starting to weave together now,
which is cool. I mean, I love
it.
I have no problem. Anytime a new music comes out, a different type, and it morphs into something else, except unless it's COVID, then it gets annoying.
the different variants of music, right?
Yes, that's nice when you get a different variant of music. It's always cute. It's always nice.
All right, back to you, Doc. What do you got? Number 2.
You guys, I'm gonna get pounded again, and you too.
Oh Jesus.
I don't understand your disdain for U2 being a drummer. And the whole band, it's truly one of the, and I mean this, one of the few bands that is truly rhythmic. The whole band acts as one rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They're like they drive home the rhythm in every song. They very, I don't know why you don't like that type of style. I have no idea. And Bono, I guess he sends shivers up your spine when he sings. To me, no one more emotional, great lyrics.
Honestly,
and I love the rhythms. And I love the rhythms of U2. Love the rhythms.
It's nothing specific. Like there are certain songs that I
hate
really...
it all. There's nothing specific.
There's a couple of songs that I really like. There really are. And the songs, Streets Have No Name. And there's a couple of songs, couple of hits I like. But most of their stuff, It sounds so similar. The Edge's guitar playing, it's that same weird delay picking, you know, that weird staccato picking with that weird delay going. It's the same, it feels like the same riff and then the same structure and the same melody every song. Something about it after a while, and live, when I've seen him live and he does all this preaching, it's just not for me. The whole vibe, it's not just the song, it's their vibe to it. I just don't
I
like it.
didn't know he preached. I didn't know he preached live because I don't like that
God,
either.
so much.
Oh, I didn't know that
Yeah.
because they're on my bucket list to see. But besides that, they're fantastic live from what I've heard, from what I see.
And listen, I'm the minority. They're one of the biggest bands ever. So I get it. You know, people.
I mean, they're no Kiss. But,
No, obviously not. Come on, don't be ridiculous.
right.
They don't have the message that Kiss is sending. You understand what I'm saying?
Ernie, help me out here.
Hey, can I tell a joke?
Give it to me.
The Edge and Bono walk into a bar. The bartender goes, "Oh, not you too."
And now a commercial for the course here.
Now a word from our sponsors. Ernie, hold it up.
Oh. The Vicks, the NyQuil, which is not open yet. This is for right after this.
Ernie, hand
No,
over the
Ernie,
label.
I really want take a swig of that right now, please. I want to see you start fading away.
I just went in the other room and took the Delcium.
Wait, what did you take? What's the Delcium?
It's like the kiddie version of this.
Were you going to take that and that?
Yeah, the other stuff is non-drowsy.
For my next trick, I'm going to take these.
Ernie, I would take some kind of diarrhea medicine too, because you know your bowels are going to act up too.
I'll be.
He's wearing a diaper right now. You can't see it.
Speaking of which, you know, not to go on another Ernie story tangent here, but Ernie came by my house one time. I used to live right down the block from Ernie in Brooklyn. He comes by my house. Yo, got the greatest invention ever. Woo-hoo-hoo. He comes over. he pops this thing in the middle of my living room. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's a pop-up tent that he has in his trunk with a bucket. It's like a pop-up bathroom that, in the case of an emergency on the side of the road, it goes poof, pops up, puts the bucket. And I think ever since that day, you were never able to get it back to fold up again or something, right, Ernie?
It's all crushed into the package. But so what? If there ever is an emergency, I got a bathroom anywhere I go.
Anyway.
Ernie's the best at spelling his name in the snow with his urine. All that practice from the Hessa sketch.
Oh, is that what it's from, Ernie?
Yeah, he's no one's better.
Nice.
Continuous lines, Joey. Continuous.
Yeah. You don't cut the stream to stop letters.
No, continuous.
It's important.
My father come out and go, look at you. Look at how Ernie pisses in the snow and does his name. Look at you. What's wrong with you?
What's the matter with my boy? Why can't you be more like Ernie?
Look at my boy. Look at my boy.
Look what they did to my boy.
He's chewing on crayons again. Look at my boy.
Look at Ernie. He just built a 2-story house out of Legos. All right. So obviously your YouTube pick when we had to start talking about, you know, diarrhea and urine and all that stuff. So that's what happened.
Would have been great. Ernie would have took out a giant Lego house with a door and any shit in it with a bucket. Came out of the Lego house.
On the side of the road, he just starts building the Lego house.
Legos, and then goes in, shits, closes the door, comes out. Of course, his would have windows with shutters on it, a boiler, HVAC system, central air conditioning, you know.
Come on, Ernie. Number 2. What do you got?
Number 2.
Don't be so depressed.
The Carpenters.
Yeah.
I love my Karen.
Obviously.
Yes, it is.
What a drummer.
I feel a connection with her.
You always loved your drummers, Ernie.
You always liked thin women, Ernie.
My Karen.
Poor Karen.
Yes.
Poor Karen. Moment of silence.
Oh.
One of the greatest singers, some of the top 3 favorite singers.
Really?
Yeah. She's my number 3. No.
Yeah, it was funny. I was out to dinner the other night with my wife, and Carpenter came on. She goes, "She had such a beautiful voice." I go, "Guess what? She was a better drummer."
Incredible drummer.
Celeste looked at me and goes, "What?" I said, "I just found that out myself too."
Yeah.
I was like,
It's funny. Most people don't know
did.
that. Yeah. There's a great video of her online where she goes around with all different drum sets and does a drum solo.
You
It's
have to
incredible.
play that on one of these episodes. I think you did already, but maybe.
I'll throw another clip in.
Yeah,
she's-
cool.
Playing the drum set, but she's not in the seat. She's outside it, standing.
Yeah,
No,
standing.
she's doing the Buddy Rich. She's doing the Buddy Rich.
Walking around the drum set, walking from drum set to drum set, never losing the beat.
Yeah, that's Buddy Rich used to do that. But then every other drummer did it afterwards.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the Carpenters, and I enjoy what you've showed me of the Carpenters, Ernie. But I can't list that. I can't say I put the Carpenters on very often.
We do it here all the time. And Deirdre is on my side with the Carpenters.
Does everyone fall right immediately asleep?
No, Deirdre, me and Deirdre, we bond.
Nice. I like that. I respect
Something
that.
about this talk, I'm getting hungry.
Oh, poor Karen.
But one more time.
Yeah, great pick.
I don't want to eat. George calling.
I don't understand this disease. I don't get it. I don't want to eat.
Only in this sick country, he goes, we come up with this stuff. I don't want to eat. Stop.
Oh, we got to do that one of these days. For our favorite comedians or our favorite stand-up specials, whatever it is. We got to do that.
You can pick one comedian and go with top favorite jokes that he said too.
Oh God, yeah. All right, my number 2. So this one's gonna pinch a nerve for Ernie because I still have his CD that I borrowed in the 80s, 1989 to be exact. One of my favorite duos, groups, bands, whatever you want to call them of all time, Hall & Oates. What an amazing. These guys, every single song. Obviously, I love most of their records, but their greatest hits, same thing. I will put up against anyone's greatest hits. Every single song is. Ernie, how many number 1 hits did they have? Do you know?
I got to think about it I don't remember what's on the greatest hits.
Oh well, I have had it since 1989. I think I have 2 copies now, Ernie. I think I might have borrowed someone else's too.
I believe at the time, Huey Lewis and Hall & Oates were going tit for tat for the most number 1 hits, challenging the Bee Gees at the time.
Oh, I don't.
There was something like that going on. I know Huey Lewis and Hall & Oates were hand in hand with hits. They were breaking records. So I know Hall & Oates is on one of my top 10 on this list. I have it listed as a backup. But every song,
so great. And my mom is the one that actually got me into Hall & Oates. She was a big Hall & Oates fan, loved Hall & Oates. And then years later, I got to, Hall & Oates was always, very, just didn't seem like one of those rock and roll acts. They just seemed better than that. So when I got to work, Daryl Hall was on Z-Rock with us, and he did an episode with us. And in the episode, when we filmed Z-Rock, we never knew what our guests would and wouldn't do because we always put them in these really crazy situations. And,
right.
We never knew if they would go, "What are you crazy? I'm not saying that. Are you out of your mind?" Because they would always play themselves. Daryl Hall was the exact opposite. He loved everything. In the episode, there was like a rumor that he was Paulie from our band's father, and Dina, our manager, had his baby at one time, and then she got an abortion, and he meets her on the street, and she slaps him in the face, and he's like, I thought your body absorbed the fetus. It was like the lines that we fed him that he was willing to say. I'll throw the clip in right now, but he was incredible to work with.
Daryl Hall.
What the fuck? Have we met? Oh, man.
Now do I look familiar?
Not really.
Dina Malinsky, 1988, St. Augustine. You said you were just gonna stick the tip in, but you didn't, Daryl. Did ya? And you got me pregnant, and then you left me.
Ah, shit. Dina. I thought you took care of that.
Well, I didn't.
Your body absorbed the fetus?
No, I had a baby, Daryl. You have a son. Daryl Hall has a son. Muzzle tough.
Thank you.
He loved, he would crack himself up with some of the lines that would come out of his mouth. And to get Daryl Hall to say, your body absorbed the fetus, is just, we were on set crying and laughing just watching him do it. It was awesome.
Billy Joel, they were on Howard Stern, they were playing an interview by Billy Joel. And Billy Joel was saying how he gave Howard Hall and Oates, they opened up to him. And because he had so much faith in the talent, and the crowd wasn't so receptive, but he knew that they were going to be big. So he actually put them on the ticket to open up for him, because he knew as soon as he heard them, as soon as he saw them, that they were going to be big.
Oh,
and
wow.
It makes sense. You look at Billy, you look at how many hits, the songwriting, a good song is a good song. It doesn't matter if it's heavy, slow, jazzy. It doesn't make a difference. A great song will stand the test of time. Does not matter.
Absolutely right. And Hall & Oates have so many amazing songs, classics, just incredible.
Ernie, you don't have any stats on that? With
What?
Hall & Oates? You can't remember Hall & Oates?
Yeah.
I remember some with the Bee Gees, and I can't remember. And I'm using my cell phone right now. I Google it. But all right, anyway, great pick, Joe. I had it my top 10 as a backup.
All right, we're moving along here. We're up to our number ones. Doctor, let me recap what you got. Number 5, Huey Lewis. Number 4, Frank Sinatra. Number 3, Squeeze. Number 2, U2. Your number 1 favorite band artist,
Right, Joe, say
non-hard
U2.
rock, U2. Non-hard rock, heavy metal. What do you got? Number 1.
My boy, David Bowie.
Ooh.
He's my boy. No greatest hits for him. I love all his work. I love him. Everything he stood for. I didn't realize how great live he was. Me and my wife went down when we first started dating down at Hershey Park, PA. And I've never seen a band sound so good and so tight. And he's got a good 10-piece band behind him, And we loved it so much. He was coming back to our area. We went to see him again. And then I started reading. This was after the 9/11 tour. I started reading about how he records. He's one of the few artists, big name artists. I don't know how many people still do it, but records live in the studio together. He insists on doing it. And the only thing I could see that comes out of that, maybe Joe, you can back this up. I mean, I did record, but we recorded separate when we were younger. It makes you tight.
Sure.
If there's a mistake when you guys are all recording live, getting that feed off each other, it's not easy to take, someone off the track. You play the song again. And that's basically made all the sense in the world when I saw him. And that's the band aspect of it. His catalog, how he's changed things before Kiss. We're talking, and stuff like that. He's got tremendous respect. He's got a lot of balls. He went out there back in the 60s. Ziggy Stardust. This amazing all around. He changed a lot of things in music. And I don't even know where you would put him. Is rock, pop,
Yeah.
new
Ernie,
wave.
you're a big Bowie fan, right?
Oh yeah, it's a great choice.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't dislike Bowie at all. I like Bowie. I don't know it. Again, it's one of those things. I don't know enough about him to be able to pick him or not pick him. I just don't know enough about him. I've never given it a big time listen. I everything I've heard I like, but I just never really sat down and said, I got to get into David Bowie right now.
Get yourself a Lego house.
Ernie, come over and build me something. 2 shots of NyQuil, David Bowie album, I'm ready to go.
Nothing to say on Bowie, Ernie.
I love Bowie. Hunky Dory or the Ziggy Stardust. Those 2 albums are in my favorite albums by anybody.
What year is Ziggy?
72.
Oh, wow, that's early.
Hunky Dory's even before that. Those 2 albums everybody has to have. Yeah, no matter
You know
what,
what? The one song. I'm sorry, Andy, go ahead.
I'm about to say, no matter what music you like, you got to have those two albums. That's how great they are.
How does David Bowie get his starter? And is it what's the story like? What's his? I don't know anything about like his origin. Nothing.
His origin story.
Yeah. I mean, like what? I mean, is there any really cool backstory with
Well,
Bowie?
he was hanging out with Wolverine in a bar, and the origins.
Seriously.
He got attacked by somebody with a Bowie knife once.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I used to know. I used to know it. I can't remember right now.
But I mean, did he come
whatever.
up? You know, right? Who discovered him? Is where's he from? Is there a documentary on Bowie?
Well, he came from another planet.
No, that's Ziggy Stardust.
Right. Well, there's 1,000 documentaries on David Bowie, obviously, and you can just look it up. But yeah, I don't remember. It's not. He earned his stripes coming up.
I find
That's why he didn't walk into anything.
Just in general, I think, obviously people our age, it's hard for us to get into new stuff. Or when I say new stuff, I don't mean new stuff meaning current. I mean anything that we're not familiar with. But I do find that documentaries or biopics or whatever you want to see, stuff like that is a good jumping on point how to get into a new artist. If you don't know anything about an artist and you watch a documentary or something like that, it's a great way to get into a new artist.
I have never seen this by a name his big in a concert. Ask the crowd what they want to hear. Joe, we saw you there. You played Montage Mountain. That's where we saw. Right, that's where we saw Bowie. So you're looking at like 10,000 people. Maybe more on the grass.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What do you want to hear?" And the Pennsylvania people like get into the church on time. He goes, "Okay, I don't like that song, but I'll play it for you. But you guys sing the lyrics." And he started playing it, and they all fucked up the lyrics. He just stopped. He just stopped at the first verse. He goes, "That's what I thought." He goes, "Now I'm going to play this next song," and that's when I was sitting. That's when I was sitting in the audience, and I found out that this is an embarrassment, but the what do you call it? Nirvana, the remake, "The Man Who Sold the World." I had no idea it was a Bowie original until he said it. Here's another song I used to sing. He goes that it was made popular by another band, Nirvana, but actually it was mine. I was like, holy shit.
I didn't know that either.
And I went back. I ran home and I listened to the original Bowie version of that song, and it was so much better than Nirvana, "The Man Who Sold the World." I mean, he's amazing. He's just amazing. And you ask any musician, as far as shock value, he's the guy. He's the guy. He had more balls than Ozzy, more balls than anyone.
Yeah, that's someone I'd love to get into and know more about, especially like the Ziggy Stardust stuff. Seems like I'd be right into that stuff.
Ozzy did it because he was drunk and did things. He did it perfectly knowing he was going to shock, which is pretty cool.
Just because I really don't know enough about it, the Ziggy Stardust stuff, was the music very different from the regular David Bowie stuff?
Yes, the guitar work was.
Why? Is it a different band or different what?
Different band. The guitarist, I forget his name, but he was very unique to the sound. It's very like it's guitar oriented.
But if you put that Ziggy Stardust, is Ziggy Stardust only one record?
Yeah.
So if you put that Ziggy Stardust record on, it's drastically different than most other Bowies, Ernie?
It's guitar based. The guitar work is brilliant on it.
Most Bowie albums are different than each Bowie album is different. He's
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a genre, that's for sure.
He's a COVID. He's a COVID.
He's constantly mutating.
He's constantly mutating.
All right, Ernie, we're up to your number one. Let's recap. We got number 5, Eminem. Number 4, MJ, Michael Jackson. Number 3,
I thought that was Spider-Man.
Johnny Cash. Number 2, The Carpenters. Number 1, I think I know your number 1, Ernie. I'm going to assume it's EJ, but what do you got?
You got it. This was easy for me. Elton John is by far number 1. This was a no-brainer. Yeah. one of my favorites. Period. Rock or non-rock or nothing.
We used to have the arguments.
Yeah. I,
Oh,
I, I'm so deep into Elton John.
there's
It's so-
no argument. Billy Joel is way better than Elton John. I know you're on the other side now, Ernie, but come on.
I have gone to the other side, but I still
Too different.
still
Too
love-
different. Too different.
What?
I think
still-
they're both too different to compare.
I love them both, but Elton John, there's it's more. There's just so much more great stuff. Billy Joel, if you count the albums and everything, Elton John's got him beat.
Elton John never wrote a lyric in his life.
I hear you.
Do you hear me?
What's that guy's name? What is the guy's name that wrote all those lyrics again?
Bernie Tomlin, right?
Bernie Taupin, yeah.
Toplin, is it?
I look at them as a team.
Yeah. Again, I don't dislike Elton John. One of those guys that I like everything that I hear by him, but I never go to put it on. Billy Joel to me is completely in a different league for me. I'm going to start with his voice. Elton John's voice I just never got into. Billy Joel's voice I can listen to all day long. Something about Elton John's voice I just never loved his phrasings and stuff like that.
We have to say
I'm gonna defend you, Ernie, and I mean this and wholeheartedly. I was speaking to a few pianists. Billy Joel is a horrible pianist, and I hate to say it, but his rock heroes are like Jerry Lee Lewis,
Yeah.
that bang the keys. Elton John's and he'll say it. Billy Joel will say, "I'm a horrible pianist" because he bangs the keys. He's a fantastic songwriter, great voice. Elton John's voice is great, but it always came back to if you can't write your own lyrics, it's not the complete package to me.
Whoa. You mean like Ozzy?
What?
Didn't Geezer write most of his lyrics?
That was Black Sabbath.
Is
And
that
Ozzy.
okay?
And Ozzy.
And who wrote the lyrics for his solo records?
Bob Daisley.
Bob Daisley. Interesting. You should say that, Tom. So glad we have that on record here.
Mm-hmm. You know what? That hurt.
you sound terrible.
That was good. Did you guys plan this one? I walked into that one.
Good setup, Ernie.
Woo! Are we clear?
It's like
Are we clear?
It's like hitting the monster with holy water.
Are we clear? Crystal.
You know what it is, Tom? You can't handle the truth. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing apples and oranges. I'm not.
No, you're comparing singers to songwriters, and Ozzy's neither.
Yeah, but if there was someone else who didn't write their lyrics compared to Ozzy's melodies, I like Ozzy's melodies. Be different.
Don't you dare. You just made a big argument.
Hold on. Let me do my moonwalk out of here.
See you later, baby.
But right. But I'm just listen. He's got more number one hits, but Billy Joel's got more hits. You know what I mean? So I'll never knock them.
Listen, that stuff
Never
is
knock 'em.
for me completely meaningless. I don't care if you've had a number one record, a number one. Who sold the most records? Who cares? That's all. That's media. That could be record companies push. You like what you like, and because you like it, that's your own business. There's no reason behind. Oh, because he sold the most records, he's the best. That's garbage.
That's why I said you can't compare the two. I think they're both great. I just think it's two different things.
Yeah, great choice. All right, we're up to my number one.
One's gay, one's straight. It keeps going.
No, listen, I like Elton John. He's one of a lot of like some of these other picks, like Frank Sinatra, like David Bowie. I don't know enough about them to love them. I do think if I gave them more of a chance, that I would like them more. There's nothing about them that I've never. It's not like you two where I actually just don't like some of the stuff. I've never heard stuff by these artists that I don't like. I just don't know enough about them. All right, my number 5, Zac Brown. Number 4, Michael Jackson. Number 3, Garth Brooks. Number 2, Hall & Oates. My number one favorite, you guys probably know. My favorite singer-songwriter. I know I'm going to get crapped on for this because he's
Not Paul Stanley. Not Paul Stanley's new album.
Not Paul Stanley. Richard Marx. Love Richard Marx. Everything about it. I know you're going to laugh. Again, you only know his ballads, and that's why you're laughing. Same thing. Most people know, and if I just read his new autobiography, most people know him for his ballads, and that's why he's pigeonholed into this subcategory of this, I don't even know what you want to call it, but this ballad rock. But
it's the greatest ballads ever written, too.
They're great ballads, but all of the other stuff on those records are killer, fun rock songs. Even Bryan Adams, which is on my honorable mentions, got pigeonholed into that for a little while with that Robin Hood song, and
Eddie Money.
Yeah, but
Eddie Money's another
same
one.
type of thing. These guys have great rock songs, and Richard Marx is one of them. And he's one of the guys' greatest hits. I don't even know if he has a greatest hits because I've never put it on. Every one of his, I don't know his newer stuff as well, but the first 5 or 6 albums, back to front, I love every song on the records.
I got to check this guy out again.
Just again, if you like Billy Joel, if you like any singer-songwriter stuff, I know you, David Bowie, all that. He's just straightforward pop, rock, great ballads, of course, but just hook. I love hooks, and I love melodies, and I love grooves. Every one of his songs, the verse is a hook, the pre-chorus is a hook, the chorus is the big hook, the bridge is a freaking hook. Everything in every one of his songs is a hook. He writes for everybody.
Yeah, I was going to comment on his hairdo, but that'd be just coming up with jealousy.
His hairdo was a hook.
He had the hook in his hair, of course. But seriously, he's one of those guys he's a singer-songwriter, wrote for everyone, Barbra Streisand, Luther Vandross, everybody. Ernie, fan of Richard Marx?
Maybe I could name 2, maybe 3 songs. Those songs I like, which is 3 more songs than Zac Brown. I can't name a single Zac Brown song. So.
Most fans don't live long enough to tell the tale of being a fan of Richard Marx without killing themselves.
Yep.
No, will you stop it? And he's got a YouTube series too. He does like these. I think I said this on another episode. He does like these acoustics, just him in his living room on acoustic guitar, whether it's just him or just another guy with him doing his songs. To me, and I know everyone always says this, but a good song, if you play a song on an acoustic guitar with just the singer singing, and it's still a great song, that means it's a great song. No production, no bombastic, drums and bass and guitar, just an acoustic,
straight out.
Just an acoustic guitar and a singer. That's how you know it's a classic song. Please, Ernie.
Ernie, turn your face when you cough.
Swing that NyQuil. The show's almost over.
Oh, good night, bunny rabbit. Nighty night.
Ernie, you know how great it would have been if you just started to fade away mid-episode. It would have been so good.
I'm wide awake.
All right, let's do a couple honorable mentions, Doctor. What do you got? Give me 2.
Blondie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girl. 79, real quick. First, I knew I was heterosexual, no knock on anyone else. I just fell in love with a Jerry Lewis marathon was on one summer. You knew the summer was coming. You knew school was coming. She was on Heart of Glass video. I just fell in love with her, and I've been following her since. Never married. I found out some disappointing things today, but
about her.
Yeah, she was never married, and I didn't know she dated the guitarist for like 16 years and never had kids. And 75 years old, man, and they're still rocking. And she was like the first. We discussed this before. One of the first documented rappers to ever rap, documented. And she was influenced a lot of people with the pop, wave, punk scene. She was very influential. And Joey, look up the drummer too.
For
because the
Blondie?
drummer's amazing. Yeah, I've been watching them live lately. He is. If you listen to her greatest hits albums, it was amazing. But if you listen to the drummer, he reminds me of you and Lamor's. He's all over the place. He's great.
Is it Clem Burke? I don't know.
I don't know, man, but look up his work because I don't think he got enough credit. I didn't get a chance to Google it. I'm just
That name sounds right.
I don't know him, but I know some of his work is I love the Blondie stuff.
He's pretty much on top of that shit. Tight.
Even that shuffle on Call Me is great.
Yeah, no.
So good.
Yeah, he's very tasteful. And but besides that, I think the sexiest woman alive back then. You know, she's just hot and sexy. 79.
Yeah, great pick.
I know the real reason you love Blondie.
What happened?
I know the real reason you love Blondie. That riff that Joey just did, the beginning of Call Me, is a
Is what, Ernie?
I know what song's gonna say.
Children of the Grave.
Children of the Grave.
Is it really the same riff?
If you ever listen to them, the beginning of Call Me, the dun 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 dun.
What year is Children of the Grave?
71.
Oh shit.
You thought you were gonna double dip me tonight.
Well, we know Ozzy didn't write the lyrics to it, so it doesn't matter. I think Ozzy's original title was Ice Cream Truck Galore or something like that, right?
I'm going to sing. After we get off this, I'm going to sing. I'm going to put a Heart of Glass and sing Children of the Grave over it. See how that goes.
While on the treadmill?
It wasn't a treadmill. It was the. Thank God it wasn't a treadmill.
Go ahead. Tell that story.
Well, when we heard Playground was getting back together after 20 years or 23 years, whatever it was, right? It was 25 years just recently.
That was 25, yeah.
Yeah, so I figured 22 years, 23. And I just wanted to get in shape, get my lungs in shape. So I figured I was on the, what the hell you call it? The elliptical at work. So I got this idea that I'll really get in shape. And I play sports still and everything like that, but I really wanted to work the lungs. So I put the radio out there and I figured I'm going to go full bore out on the elliptical and sing to the radio at the same time. And everything's going to be copacetic. Everything's going to maintain. I ended up getting dizzy and I was passing out. And I think the ball hit me in the head. And I ended up hanging. My shirt hung off the thing. I was like this. And the thing's still going. Like this. And I'm like, all right, I ain't doing that again.
Did you keep singing?
Oh, it didn't sound like singing at that point.
I think it was more like, help.
Yeah. I was singing the Beatles song, Help, at the time.
Ernie, give me an honorable mention.
Well, it's even more than an audible mention. It should have been on my list, but I didn't think of it until it's too late. Simon and Garfunkel.
Ooh.
It just hit me during the show. Also, the Cars.
Oh, wait a minute. You're throwing out there. Hold on. Not fair.
Give me another one, Doc. You can give another one.
I'm just going to, because I'm going to name just greatest hits albums. The Police, The Cars, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Chicago, and my newfound love, ELO.
ELO is great stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. That's my new love.
What I was going to throw on again, I think this is a little bit too rock for this topic, but Billy Squire, so great. Billy Squire. Yeah. I love Rick Springfield. I know people only know Jesse's Girl, but some of his songs, his albums are fantastic. If you listen to some of the Rick Springfield stuff, great. I mentioned her earlier, Shania Twain, incredible records. Again, I don't know greatest hits. All I know is I just got into her, her main 3 albums that I know really well. Incredible songs.
Pink is also awesome. Pink is also fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
I love Shania Twain, but I never heard any of her songs.
Another one Tommy I know hates, and I hate now. She's a disgrace to
Stop
music,
it. Monkey
music
face.
everywhere.
Monkey face.
I'm gonna go there. Back in the day when she first came out, Mariah Carey was incredible. Her songs, not only her voice was incredible, but her songs too. Her first 3 records are outstanding. Outstanding. She's a complete disgrace now. Don't get me wrong. Physically, mentally, vocally, everything. But back then, everything about her was perfect.
I still have saved on my TV 3 years ago or 4 years ago when she did the New Year's Eve special in Manhattan, and she was the words were the recording went off, and then the guys tried to pick her up, and they were struggling with her. It was like a comic film. What a mess!
Oh, she's just a fucking mess. I don't know what what happened. She divorced her husband, I think Tommy Mottola, and ever since then she's a disgrace.
I'm more angry at you because you used to think she was cute.
Well,
and
she
I thought
was.
she lost her look. Yeah, but she had lost her looks. I'm more angry at her now because of that beautiful voice she had, and she let it go to shit. And she's got more #1 hits than the Beatles, which really annoys the shit out of me.
Well, again, the most disappointing part obviously is her voice. Her looks. She's older now. She's heavier now. Whatever. But yes, when she first came out, she was very cute. But her voice was not only incredible, but her songs. Her voice is nothing without songs. Her songs were incredible. And I don't know where along the lines someone was misguiding her, or maybe the opposite. Maybe someone was guiding her earlier on, which was probably Tommy Mottola. And once she got divorced from him and went her own way and started, choosing her own path, and she had all her yes men next to her.
What, her own ring dings going down the aisle? Her own food shopping habits? What, ring dings,
she's just the worst performer in history, too. She stands there like,
you could do that.
Worst.
You can do that when you have a great voice. You can do that because people sit there going, "Oh my God!"
Right. Agreed. And that's what it is. She got so used to. She never had to sing and dance because she had the voice. She was never Britney Spears because she could just stand there and sing. Right. But now she can't do anything anymore.
Which the reason why I love Pink so much, because Pink is just
incredible.
amazing.
She's incredible. Yeah.
I gotta say, Mariah Carey has a great burn in one of her songs, though. She says, "I don't want much for Christmas. All I want is you."
Which I threw out there. It would have been one of my top Christmas songs. I would have had to admit to that one.
Listen, I don't care. I couldn't agree more. It's fantastic. Not only is, again, I know it's going to be laughed at. That whole record is great. That's the big song from that, but that whole record is great.
It's a very weird thing because on Howard Stern, he's had a few female vocalists during this R&B period, and these writers shop them out. And whoever's the biggest bill gets first shot at it, and then they'll pass it by, and then someone else will pick it up and make it a hit. And then the other one will go, "Yeah, I should have picked up that one, but I let it go by." It's hysterical. They're like scripts, like actors. They get thrown out, and you got to know what to pick. So you got to give her credit. Got to know what to pick.
But I think she participated in that songwriting too. I don't think she was just a singer. I think she co-wrote a lot of those songs. I do. Even if it was just lyrically, something that Ozzy can't do.
You know what?
Ozzy writes the melodies, so I'm happy with that.
You know who wrote the lyrics to a lot of the Mariah Carey stuff?
Who?
Elton John.
Is that true? But see, now before Google,
and I like it.
That's something Ernie could have pulled off before Google. He could have told us that. We would have believed him. We would have no way to fact check them. Of course.
Back in the day. Oh, what did you say? Fat check him? Because Mariah Carey? Or fat?
Poor Mariah. Oh, all right, boys. This was a good one. Great topic. You know what was crazy?
Mariah's Mariah.
Only Michael Jackson, Ernie, we had as a crossover. No one else had a duplicate. Crazy.
That's weird.
I had Hall & Oates, though. You did.
Oh, you did? Well, I never change. I know you always change. I never change.
That's why, we go on longer than normal. Maybe we should just stick to commenting on each other's. I had the Cars. Now, I knew you guys went pick the Police. I knew you guys went pick Blondie, but Yeah, I thought one of you would have had Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I would have thought that.
Yeah. Wow. Our 1, 2s, and 3s, no one had any matches. Crazy. That's a good one. This was a fun one, boys. We got New Year's Eve tomorrow. What's the plans? Everyone's quarantined home. Tom, I know you got the Devil, no, not the Devil River, whatever you're going to be doing.
The Devil Ripper.
Devil.
I'm off tomorrow.
Ernie, any plans? Night quilling it up?
New Year's Eve, Twilight Zone marathon.
Oh, baby. Oh, wait. We already did that one at Twilight Zone top 5. We did that one already. Right?
Yeah, if you don't remember it, it's your
No,
show.
I mean, I don't know how big of fans of you are too, but there's always a honeymoon marathon too, which is my favorite show of all time.
Harvey.
Oh, it's
but
God, it's so good.
There's always top 5 ways to get rid of your wife.
Or your mother-in-law.
Too easy.
This was a good one. Seriously, guys, this was a fun one. Then the day after we got Ernie's birthday.
Yes.
So obviously, Happy New Year, gentlemen. Ernie, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. I don't know what the topic is, but we'll see you next week. Any last words, Doctor?
I'm taking the wife and kids into Manhattan, right into the hornet's nest.
No, you're not.
They don't know, but we got Ranger tickets, 4 tickets Sunday morning at the Garden. But everyone's had their shots, so we're good. But Saturday night we're going, and I'm taking them to see Wicked. That's a surprise on Broadway.
Very nice.
And I told them last night, listen, do me a favor, don't wear any jewelry. No, we're going to Manhattan. And the kids looked at me like this. Daddy, why? I'm like, just don't. Just take off the jewelry,
Yeah.
And here's and reach into the bag. See, that's made for you, and there's pepper spray for you. And
I gotta tell you, I haven't been in Manhattan in a while, and I took my kids to their big Stranger Things fans. I took them to Times Square to the Stranger Things experience a couple weeks ago, and I haven't been in Manhattan in a while. And obviously, I used to live in Manhattan for a long time and worked in Manhattan for years. It's I don't know if it's just because I'm desensitized from it, but it's disgusting. It is worse than I've ever experienced it. And when I was a kid, I was walking through Times Square with my friends to go see Kiss, in the 80s. And it was, hookers and, peep shows, and it was disgusting. But something about it felt okay still. It just feels so it's the chaos of Times Square back then was almost what made it safe. There was too many people for anyone to do anything. Now it's almost, there's like these weird deserted parts where you walk down and it's like, it just feels unsafe.
it's kind of like when you're a kid, you used to jump in the pool and it didn't bother you when it was cold. Then as you got older, you got used to heated pools. And now you jump back in the cold pool again. You're like, fuck this.
Perfectly said. Perfect. Enjoy. Ernie, any last words? What are you doing for New Year's? Anything?
Nope, I'm going to sleep.
Boys.
Taking a wife out to dinner. That's it.
Fun one. Have a great New Year's. Enjoy Wicked, Doctor. Hopefully, bring the pepper spray. Be safe. You're on Liz.
She's in the, Jillian's still here on the lamb.
Are you taking Liz too? Liz!
Shh.
Liz! Get out of here. We'll see you next week.
All right. Love you guys. Be safe.